What's up, people? This is Smash Beans. Anyways, I want to talk about something very important to me. Why is it important to me? Because I'm a minority. That's why. Because I'm Mexican. That's why. Because I'm a proud Chicano. That's why. Anyways, I want to talk about a bill coming out of Oregon. Governor Kate Brown signed Senate Bill 744. And what does this do? Well, what it does is it removes the requirements that you need to graduate. It removes the requirements for math, for reading, and for writing. Okay, and what is horrible about this is it's a classic slave master Democrat bill. Okay, because the slave masters, one, didn't want you recognizing your own ethnicities. They didn't want you speaking your own language. They didn't want you naming your children the names from your country. And they sure in the heck didn't want you to educate yourself. Okay, now this is being done in the name of equality. Now you got to think about these people who are basically being robbed of their education. And why would the governor of Oregon rob you of your education? Well, again, it goes to classic slave master mentality. Okay, if they can control your education, this means you cannot, question everything. You cannot do research. You cannot open a book and find answers. Okay, it's a way to control information like they're controlling information right now. You just look at big tech. Okay, and why would big tech control information? Well, because if they can just feed you the information that they want to feed you, this means that one, they can control your mind. Two, they can control your opinion, which means they can control your vote, which means they can control your money. It's a cascade. It's a domino effect. So this is dangerous, and it's not only dangerous on the level that it's classic Democrat slave master bill, where they don't want educated minorities running around, because then, oh my gosh, they just might become conservative. And that's the thing, as I have always said my whole life, that the system does not like an educated Chicano. They fear an educated Chicano. And you know what? I've also said that the system fears educated black men. Okay? Because again, it's all about controlling information, which controls your mind, which controls your opinion, which controls your vote, which controls your money. Okay? But not only is it dangerous on that level, but you got to think about this. Okay? When these people come up to quote unquote graduate, they're going to enter the world without the tools that they need. What are they going to do to survive? What do a lot of people do to survive? They sometimes, some people, they get involved in crime. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's going to get in crime, but people get involved in crime. Why? Because it's just easier. It's profitable, and I don't encourage anybody to get involved in crime. But a bill like this makes it hard for people to earn a true and legitimate living. Yeah, okay, we can get burgers or jobs at McDonald's or whatever, but what if we want to work steel? What if we want to work computers? Another thing is let's say these people graduate and they're next year I'm going to take a year off and I'm going to go back to school and I'm actually going to learn what I was supposed to learn in the 9th grade, and they never make it. This is bad, because if you look at a lot of Democratic run cities, Democratic run anything, you're going to find a very high rate of people who cannot read. You're going to find a very high rate of people who cannot do math, who can't spell, who can't write, who can't do anything. And this is bad. So this is just going to add to the already illiteracy rate that's plaguing this nation, that plagues minorities. Because minorities suffer from illiteracy, and this removing these requirements, it incentivizes you to not educate yourself. Why? Because you're going to graduate anyways. We should be incentivized to educate ourselves. We should be incentivized to walk across, that stage. I didn't walk across the stage. I just wanted my diploma, and I want to get the hell out of Dodge. Why? Because, when I was in school, and this is where I came up with, you guys fear an educated Chicano, because I asked questions. I asked questions left and right. I did not care. I was a rebel in school. But my teachers did everything they could to try to get me to drop out. My counselors did everything they could to try to get me to drop out. The cops who were there tried to get me to do everything they could to get me to drop out. The principal did everything he could to get me to drop out of school. If I would have done that, I would have made them all happy. Why? Because then I'd be another, Chicano who couldn't read, who couldn't write, who couldn't do math, who couldn't put one and one together. And this is what they want. This is what they wanted. And this was what they wanted from me. But I was going to make them happy. I was going to do my best to make them unhappy. I graduated. Yeah, I graduated. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say right now. If you guys got any comments, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. I know, my mind is just gone. It's collapsing under the weight of my age. All right, guys, peace. I'm out.